I'm joined here today once again by Cannonier. This time he's coming off a big win over David Branch at UFC 230. Jared, man, how are you?
I'm doing good, Lucas. Thank you for having me on again.
Of course, man. Especially coming off such an impressive performance. I knew we had to have you back on, man. How do you look back at that performance?
Well, I wish we had the fight recorded. I've only seen it like twice since it's happened, but just going through all the memories and the emotions and the whole experience, it was definitely couldn't ask for a better night. It went exactly how me and my coaches planned it. Some minor variances, but I definitely planned on hitting them, and I did, and I got my hand raised.
And how did it feel for you to get back in the win column? We know you had a tough past couple of fights.
Man, that was it's not like I was depressed or down about losing. It was only 50% of the fighters lost that night. Only 50% are going to win. So, I'm proud. Even in those losing performances, I'm happy that I went out there and fought the way that I fight. I go forward. I don't back down. I don't break. So those are definitely fights I learned from for sure, and definitely, especially they are definitely motivations. To stay in its win column.
And did you feel a lot of pressure heading into this fight? I mean, obviously, new weight class, short notice opponent, back against the wall. Did you feel any pressure?
No, man. I don't. There is the pressure there. You have to win in order to stay relevant, to stay employed. You definitely need to win. But for me, no pressure, man. Whatever happens, happens. I'm prepared for the worst, and I'm prepared for the best. I just go out there and fight the way I know how, man. I try to get my hand raised every time. And, people are excited to watch me fight whether I win or whether I lose. And that sort of gives me a little bit of staying power. The UFC can use a fighter like me, Not
sure.
to say that I should be used, but the UFC could definitely it would behoove them to let me go because I'm only getting better and my fights only become more exciting. So there's so much more to be had.
And obviously, you made your first cut down to 185. We know you looked good physically, but how did you feel?
I felt great, man. I felt just as good as I did at 205, Not as full, that's for sure. But I felt great, man. My energy was it felt like I had peaked during fight week, and we were peaking right at that fight. So I felt great. No issues, no fitness issues, no cardio issues, nothing like that. I felt strong. I felt aware. I was definitely aware in the moment. I could see everything, very sensitive to, to whatever. I could see everything. I could feel it. I was reacting on point. I was in tune. I felt great.
Obviously, the performance was great. And, of course, you got the big KO win. Did you see the fight playing out that way before heading out there?
I definitely saw myself putting my hands on them, and when I hit people, if they can stick in there, then they got a hell of a chin on them. But I hit pretty hard, So to me, I would say it was a flawless. I can't say it was a flawless victory because I did get hit before I turned around and hit him.
Yeah.
But it definitely played into my concept of energy, sending and receiving energy. He hit me, and then I gave the energy right back to him. Tenfold.
Of course. And so the next day after the fight, I don't know if you saw it on social media, they had a picture of you at heavyweight and then a picture of you at middleweight, and people were just saying, oh, look, he's so shredded, he's in such great shape. What was your reaction when you saw all that?
I was waiting for the memes to come out. But I'm sure somebody can come up with a nice, funny meme about that before and after picture. I saw it and I laughed. I was like, look at me. Fat and bald-headed and happy as hell, so... But, it was only a matter of time before I made my way down to middleweight, especially with the camp switch, the training regimen switch, and, of course, my diet as well.
Of course, and so obviously it's a big win. I believe he was ranked number 7 or something like that. Where do you think this win has put you in the division? I don't think the rankings have come out yet.
I saw somebody had sent me a message saying that I'm ranked number 9 now. So I don't know. I haven't seen any articles coming up, no MMA articles verifying that or anything like that. Just a snapshot, and a friend messaging me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I don't really concern myself with the rankings. That's just another thing for people to worry about. It causes another stress response. People consider in their ranks and then they compare it to who they fight next or something like that. It does have its benefits. It gives me a lot of negotiating powers, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Negotiating is again my manager's job. So.
Yeah. And so, obviously, with a big win comes a lot of attention, of course, on social media and everything. How has your social media been looking these past couple of days?
Yeah. It's my social media was like a flickering candle at first, and now we have a fireplace going.
Yeah.
It grew from 3,500 to about 13.5 thousand.
Oh yeah.
That's just on Instagram. Haven't checked Twitter. I don't check Twitter too much. I hadn't looked at my Twitter. I'm mainly on Facebook and Instagram though. My Twitter. I've gotten at least 10,000 extra eyes on me now. So I better get to keep posting stuff. I posted some videos today, so I'm sure that'll make the fans happy and satiate them for a little bit.
Of course, and I'm sure with the bigger presence, of course, you'd probably pick up a few more sponsors and everything.
Well, let's hope, man. I haven't gotten any call. I mean, I have some small sponsors, people trying to come out and sponsor me and stuff. I haven't. I need to go through. I mean, there's so many messages to go through, and I hadn't gotten back to any of them yet. And I just don't have a lot of time on my plate. I got a family here. I have to train, and And at the same time, I'm not big. I'm not too active on social media. A lot of people wake up, get on their phones, start posting shit. People go to the bathroom with their phones. They're eating dinner on their phones. They're making love to their wives on their phones. And I'm not attached to my phone like that. There's radiation coming out of this thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get cancer in my hand, eyes, or face, or anything like that. So I try to stay away from all the devices. I like to read, meditate, and work out, of course, and build myself up. And social media, there's some monetary value in it, and all those niches and stuff like that. But everything that's gonna come, everything I deserve is gonna come to me. I'm gonna do what I can to make the most out of my life, not the most out of this, not the most out of a single opportunity.
Of course. And so I assume you're back in Arizona, of course, back home. Do you have any injuries? And if not, when do you get back in the gym?
I was in the gym Monday.
I'm
going back. I have a bunch of interviews. I have some appointments. I'm going to get an MRI done today. As far as any significant injuries, I don't have anything. If they call me tomorrow and say, hey, we need you to fight then, I'm like, okay. But, per the rules, I have to wait a little bit. I also have to get my knee checked out, but it's not inhibiting too much. It just it's a chronic thing that comes and goes. But I wanted to get it checked out to see what is actually going on because I've been dealing with it for a while.
And so,
I don't forgot the question now.
No, I was saying when do you get back in the gym? And obviously, so Monday. I mean, how's the training now coming off of this fight? Is this just like just some regular lifting weights and everything, or what's it sort of looking like?
As far as fitness regimen, I talked to our secret weapon, Jared, who's our secret weapon. He runs our strength and conditioning programs, and he has a lot of plethora of knowledge on how to be the best MMA fighter I can be.
Yeah.
I mentioned to him that I did want to add some strength, not necessarily put on muscle, but I wanted to add more strength. Be a little bit stronger, especially in the legs and the trunk, the back area. So he's all, he's got the wheels working. Frankenstein's in the laboratory coming up with a new creation. So, I'm gonna get back into the gym. Throughout this week, and we're gonna figure out what we need to do to get where we need to be.
And so,
and as far as technical training, after every fight, it's the best time to get back into the gym. You don't have to go too hard or anything like that, but figure out what the coaches saw. You watch the fight, see the mistakes you've made, and I've already I have a few things that I want to work on, especially like reacting to shots. Varied reactions. If I want to react with a strike, react with strictly wrestling. Things I need to do, like when they shoot. I don't just go backwards away from the shot. You know, I boom, hit him with the hip, maybe break a collarbone, maybe knock somebody out with the hip, man. That'll be the person in UFC knock somebody out with my hip from them trying to shoot like that.
Yeah.
It happens in wrestling. You know, I've gotten a bunch of stingers from that too. So it's a very effective technique, a very effective thing to keep in mind, especially in a fight, man. If I can stuff a shot like that with no hands, look, man, no hands. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
Those things are brutal, man. For guys trying to shoot on you and they ram into that hip, it's like running to the corner of a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? A brick building, running to the corner of it. It's devastating, and it can be very painful. It could be fighting, and that's for damn sure.
And so, do you have an idea of when you'd like to return to the cage?
Well, February, they're coming to Phoenix. UFC is coming to Phoenix, and
right.
I live in Phoenix. So if they want to save them some money on the airplane ticket, you know, I'm your man. I'll be ready.
Of course. So we're looking at Phoenix. Obviously, it sounds like you're in the top 10 now. Who do you want next?
Whoever, man. Again, matchmaking. I don't get paid to make matches, so I ain't finna do nobody's job except for my own. And that's to worry about me getting better, and being ready. I'll let the matchmakers and the managers and the coaches and stuff worry about who we're gonna fight next and how we're gonna fight and whatever, all that stuff. I'm concerned myself with me and mine, and that's not myself, of course, you know, my family, and I make sure my bills get paid at the same time.